The two little girls holding hands on the back of this shirt were brought together for an unfortunate reason, but their moms are determined to give their story a happier ending.
The reason this change is happening is because of her. While unfortunately it caused her to be a victim, it's also giving her a voice to be a survivor.
This Harford County mother of 5 asked us not to use her name to protect her child. Her daughter was just 3 years old when she was sexually abused by a teenager. In December 2023, that teen pleaded guilty to second-degree rape. Months later, he pleaded guilty in another sex abuse case, this one involving a then 2-year-old girl in Baltimore County in 2022. Throughout all of this, he was allowed to attend Patterson High School in Baltimore City, but parents and students weren't allowed to know a convicted rapist was in the classroom because he's a minor.
I was extremely concerned. I was worried that the opportunity was there for him to strike again. He no longer had access to my daughter.
Maryland law prevented schools from removing students, even a juvenile sex offender, unless they could provide evidence the student poses, quote, an imminent threat of serious harm to the health and safety of other students and staff. The mothers from Harford and Baltimore counties thought that needed to change, and lawmakers in Annapolis agreed. Juvenile sex offenders who are on the registry are now barred from attending state-funded schools in person. The school must provide an alternative, like online learning.
It was extremely emotional for me because it felt like for once, not only did I have a voice, but my daughter did.
Those feelings were short-lived. During a hearing last week in which the victim's parents were not given time to speak, the Harford County mom says a judge sided with the public defenders, ending the 16-year-old's probation and his no-contact orders with the victims, removing him from the sex offender registry, and effectively closing the case.
It was a slap in the face. It was a slap in the face because we felt as though that we were making progress and moving forward.
He can now return to school in person. So the mothers are returning to the state capitol. They found an ally in Senator Johnny Ray Salling. He's sponsoring a bill that would expand the offenses that require a child to be added to the juvenile sex offender registry. The teen in this case wasn't added until after that second conviction. And that's not all.
We're looking at a bill right now to see if we can cross-file. They're making sure that the person that's on this registry with this offense stays on the registry until they're 21.
But the two mothers know that young victims of sexual abuse need more than just laws on the books.
Their support when the allegations are first made and you go through the whole court process. But once that is done, there isn't much support.
They started a nonprofit to provide that support and serve as advocates for victims in Maryland. It's called Pillars of Hope, the P&K Initiative, named after the initials of their daughters, who've inspired them to keep fighting.
Seeing that she was resilient and she still is such her spunky, fiery self, and that she had the courage to even say what had happened to her.